The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual guests. If you're a sensitive snowflake that may get easily offended, then turn this off immediately. If you want to hear the real truth about the gun culture, then stick around. This is the Armed Citizen Podcast. What is going on, my Ghost Squad? Welcome to the Armed Citizen Podcast Live. This is episode number 222. 222. Next week will be a great caliber of 223. So look forward to that show. Might have something to do something with that. I don't know. I haven't even thought about that, but we might have to do something with that. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the dark side. If you're out there in the live chat, make sure you say something. We don't know that you're out there unless you do. If you're new to the channel, new to the show, well, let us know where you are, and we'll give you a shout out. And we can't promise to make you any smarter. Hell, we just hope not to make you any dumber. We are live, as always, on YouTube and on Facebook. So on the Facebook side, we don't get many people over there, but if you are out there, make sure you say hello and all of that. If you're wanting to call or text in, yes, you can call in or text into the show. Utilize the Ghost Tactical Hotline presented by our good friends Rod and Shelly Gates with Aegis Gun Care. That phone number is scrolling down below. It's 530-364-4678. If you're a veteran, really anybody, but especially if you're a veteran and you're in that hole and you're trying to find your way out and you're questioning whether there's still light out there, first of all, please call me, text me, email me 24/7. I cannot give you medical advice, but I sure as hell could probably listen to you, be a pretty good ear, and maybe help you through some stuff. If you are looking for someone that can get you to medical attention and all of that, please remember two things. One, you are not alone in this fight. You have a lot of brothers and sisters out here that are willing to help. And two, the world is a much better place with you in it. So please, please, please utilize the Veteran Crisis Hotline. That number is 1-800-273-8255. Once again, 1-800-273-8255, the Veteran Crisis Hotline. We are spotlighting, as always, the United States Marine Corps. If you have any questions on what it takes to earn the title of United States Marine, check out the website marines.com. And as always, we are a proud member of the Self-Defense Radio Network. Check out all the great podcasts over at selfdefenseradio.net. Let me take this off of my ugly ass mug and say hello to a couple buddies out there, all the way from Florida, from Gear-Report, Gear Tac Report, Gear-Report.com, whatever you want to call it. I just call it Gear Report. We got our good buddy TJ. What's up, homie?
Oh, another fun-filled day down here.
Yeah. That's what is it, about like 83 degrees down there or something?
Yeah, it was raining. It was like a balmy 75.
Oh, it was a balmy 75. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Rain, cooled us down a little bit. It was nice.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You got to have the rain every now and then. Yeah. Yeah. And from the great state of Texas, my shotgun rider in this fiasco, the tactical virus himself. What's up, Clove?
Yo.
So what is the shotgun of the week?
Let's go a sawed-off Browning 2000.
A sawed-off Browning 2000.
Since we're talking movies tonight, somebody can throw it out there in the chat where the sawed-off Browning 2000 come from.
Ooh.
Not a Christmas movie. Spoiler alert on that, but we'll see. It's
see.
also going to be interesting to see if they actually watch my freaking videos, because if they did, they would know.
Well, I don't watch any of your shit, so I probably can't answer it.
Yeah, the curse.
Notice
the curse of being a gun tuber, man.
It sounds bad. I just don't watch a lot of gun content. I did notice that you put out a little video about an hour or so ago. So
there was a video drop today. I actually remembered. Can you believe it?
Yeah. Well, I just got the notification. And I was like, that little bitch copied me.
I did.
But no, it's
not really. I actually have a top 5 that people would actually care about. But
Oh yeah, well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Top 5 best, was it the best selling shotguns or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no one cares about shotguns. We don't do FUD life over here.
I've got a couple shots.
I've got plenty of them. I just don't like talking about them. But mine are even minor. That most of mine are the tactical stuff. Even my Mossberg's a tactical one. The 509 tactical, the 590 tactical. You know.
Yeah.
You can't really. I know, but you can't really. It actually has a stock on it. Okay. I didn't go with the. Just look, it's one of those things where it's hard to. Unless you're breaching doors with the shotgun, having a little shorty is not real fun to shoot. Let's be honest. Yeah. It is what it is, but
it's got a pistol grip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Got a pistol
grip and full stock. Yeah. If you're breaching doors, pistol grip can be helpful.
It can. I'm just saying, but like the shorty 590, you know, with it has like the curved handle, not the stock, you know.
Yeah.
To me, that would not be fun to shoot. Just out there shooting it just wouldn't be fun. But yeah. Now Rob out there says hashtag shotguns need love too. I'll give you that. I'll give you what. Defense Dad says all guns matter except Sky.
Right. I would agree.
I would tend to agree.
Sky doesn't make a shotgun, so I'll allow it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can throw out Caracal too.
Yeah, that's true. Has anybody heard from them? I mean, seriously.
not since like Indianapolis or NRAM. Like that's like
be more irrelevant. So pretty good call there, Ghost. Good call.
Yeah. Got lucky with that one, didn't I?
Way to not hitch your wagon to some company that's irrelevant.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, good Lord.
On the other hand, SAR has come on, boy. Ooh.
Yeah, I've been texting the last couple of weeks. I've been texting back and forth with our good buddy Mark from Fit and Fire, and Mark picked up a SAR 9 a week or two ago, and we've been texting back and forth. He's asking me questions. He's like, "Hey, like when you were going through your review and all that, do you have any issues with?" And I said, "Man, I hadn't had an issue. The only thing I had an issue with that SAR 9 was I had some polymer tipped or projectile ammo." And it was like, and it wasn't like every one of them, but about every 3 or 4, it just had a problem cycling. I think it's because that projectile was so light that it had issues. But that was the only ammo, like any normal, Full Metal Jacket ammo or whatever, hollow point, it has run so. And you guys know, I don't talk about this a lot, but I love it. I mean, to me, it's almost like the perfect gun because it's the feel and the ergonomics of a VP9, which honestly, in my opinion, the VP9 very well could be one of the best feeling guns ever built. Let's just be real. And then it's got like a Glock 17 slide. So, I mean, how could you not like the SAR 9,
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are late adopters now on that. I mean, it's been around for what, 2017, 16, 17, I don't know, a while.
Oh man, yeah, a while. But they finally started getting a couple. I know that you're still waiting on a gun to come in from SAR for 5 years. That I don't think still has made it through.
I don't think it ever will.
I don't think it ever will. But yeah, I think SAR, what they've done, and I think the mechanics of the world have probably helped SAR a little bit. Yeah. Knowing it's from Turkey and realizing, okay, if you put the politics aside, Turkey puts out some pretty damn good guns. You are a big fan of Gerson,
Yes. Totally.
I can't wait to get a Gerson, and we've been talking about that. I've been thinking about getting a Gerson 1911 here. Gerson, Canik, SAR. You can say what you want to about the politics of Turkey, but they can make some freaking guns, folks.
Yeah, and they've got all of those have. You talk about their manufacturing facilities. Their manufacturing facilities would put, as far as state of the art, would put any American-made manufacturer's facilities to shame, as far as being state of art. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, here's a question real quick. Josh out there says, do you or anyone, TJ might, but I don't know. Do you or anyone here have any experience with a budget Timney 3-pound AR trigger? I can't decide between it. I have, or CMC match trigger. I have shot a Timney trigger on several weapons, but I don't own one. I do own a couple of CMC triggers, and I love a CMC for value of price. I think it was well under $200. Drop in, really easy to install. I have shot some tinny and liked them, but I'm a big fan of CMC. What do you guys? Do you guys have any experience with the Timney stuff?
I'm the same. I've shot the Timney. I don't have any installed. I've got CNC. I've got the RMT Nomad, and then I've got the Rave. I got a bunch of the Raves because they had a big sale one time, and I bought a bunch of them. So as I'm throwing ARs together, I throw those in there, and those are solid for the price.
Yeah. I've got actually on my truck gun, the Foxtrot Mike, the AR9.
Yep.
I've got a CMC in that, and it's beautiful. They say it's a 3 to 3.5 pound. I think on my video I did, and it was like 2.5 pounds. It was well under 3 pounds every time. I was like, hell yeah, this is great. Bonus, exactly. But yeah, like I said, I've shot Timneys, and I've never heard anyone talk bad about them. I personally don't have enough experience to give you my opinion on one, but I can tell you that I've got a couple of CMCs and really like them. I'll tell you another company that puts out a really good solid trigger. It's not a drop-in trigger per se, but Hyperfire they do have a couple drop-ins, I think.
Yeah, they got some drop-ins.
But Hyperfire, I've got a couple Hyperfires, and Hyperfire triggers are really, really good as well. So you might want to, they're maybe a little bit more expensive than the Timneys and CMCs, but they're not terribly. They do have like several different tiers of level of prices. So
I got a lot of the Rise, like I said, the Rise armaments, those are,
yep.
Any drop-in trigger, I haven't had a junk drop-in trigger yet that I've put in. They've all, function great, easy to install. So
yeah,
no issues.
If I can install a trigger, and if I can install a trigger in 5 minutes, then it's got to be pretty easy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I wish I could give you anything on the Timney. Clover, do you have any experience on the Timney?
Well, I had to go get some calamine lotion for the rash there for a minute, but no, I don't have.
Do they make Timneys for shotguns? Do they make Timney triggers for shotguns?
Well, that's a good question. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I don't know why you would need one for a shotgun, right? But anyway, why upgrade something that's flawless to start with? No, I've shot a ton. I don't own any. I'm a big proponent of doing my own trigger jobs when it comes to ARs specifically. But Timney is sort of the OG. And so you guys have mentioned a lot of different brands. If I was going to go with one, because I've shot a ton, I've installed a ton, I've shot a ton of them. CMC probably would be what I would go with if I was going to go with one. Second only to as you said, Hyperfire. Hyperfire's got some really nice stuff. Timney would be low on my list as far as who I would go to. I think that would be one of the last. And like I said, sad because they're kind of the OG.
Yeah, they are. But I think what they've done, and there's something to be said about this. So don't get me wrong. There's something to be said about making a good product and deciding, hey, we're going to just go with who we came with and stick with it and be consistent and say everyone knows what we are, who we are. That's cool. It's always going to be consistent, but they're not pushing the envelope like some of these other companies are. Right. And I think that's probably where they got surpassed is the innovation in triggers. There's so much you can do the trigger now that 20 years ago, people were nervous about doing. Oh, I don't know if we can do, I don't know if we should do an adjustable trigger. That sounds scary, but yeah, I think you're probably right. They are the OGs, and that's a good thing, but it's also could be a bad thing. So, now I think TJ is the one that mentioned Rise. Rise has some really good stuff out there.
Yeah.
And they're not new per se, but I think that they're just now trying to start to hit their groove because some of these other companies have been, but they're just starting to hit their groove. But yeah, Rise has some good stuff out there.
Especially, at their price point too, they're on a little on the lower end for a drop-in trigger.
Yeah,
I got the list of those Rise Rave 130s. Those things are, I think I picked them up for, I want to say like $99 one time.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
On sale. They were like on sale, and I had a discount, and I was like, "How many can I get?" Perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah, for $100 for a good trigger. Yeah, that's pretty good. He says that he's relatively new to products as their value trigger. Have you tried CMC's mat trigger? It's a 2 to 2.5 pound instead of yes. I have a match trigger in one of my. Matter of fact, do I have it? Well, I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's that Diamondback over there, but it's the Marine Corps themed rifle that's got the CMC match in there. And I've got and it comes out to about just over 2 pounds if I remember. It's been a while since I measured or did that. It's about 2.5 pounds. I see is about right. But then, like I said, the AR trigger, it's not their match trigger for CMC. That's got that AR-9 and it's under 3. And they say they publicize it 3.5. It was I tested it 3 or 4 times and it all came under 3, about 2 3/4 pounds. So can't beat that. And it's a cheaper trigger than the match trigger. The match trigger is a great trigger. About $200, $225 somewhere in there. I want to say is the match. I think if I remember. And then like the AR trigger is like 129 or something like that. So you're going to save $50-$60 if that's what you want to do. It's all good. I saw this. Defense Dad said, I still haven't got a chance to shoot his SR9. I had it almost 2 weeks now. Can't wait till after Christmas till work slows down. What is wrong with you? Golly, I kind of have a thing, and sometimes depending on the weather and different things that are going on, in my mind, I have a rule. And most of the time when I go pick up at the gun shop, I go straight to the range. In my mind, I shoot any new guns within 24 hours of getting it. That's just kind of a thing. Even if it's only one shot, even if, I've got to shoot it within 24 hours, but most of the time I go straight from the shop to the range and at least put a magazine or whatever through it. So, let me know, Defense, that when you start shooting that, I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised. Is it the greatest gun in the world? I'm not trying to say the SAR-9 is up there with a VP9 or anything like that. It's not. But for the price, it's a really good, solid, reliable gun. And like I said, I haven't had any issues with it yet. Really do like mine. Buck says the Rise triggers are on sale now for $99. So I have to go buy a couple more there, TJ. Just saying.
Nah, I think I'm good. I've only got like 3 lowers left. So I've got a couple. I still got a couple in there.
Yeah. He says that's what happens when you're in retail sales at Christmas time. No, I get it. No, I trust me, I get it. I'm just messing with you a little bit. All right. So as you guys know, we put out our polls every week on Thursday, Saturday, and Monday at 10 a.m. And we have a lot of fun with them. They've been very popular. We like talking about them. So we're going to talk about the polls from this week. So last Thursday, we put out a poll and it's got 1.2 thousand votes. It says, do you prefer a real or fake tree? So I'm going to start with TJ. Real or fake tree?
Real tree, man.
Yep.
Real tree.
Now, do you have to like import yours? Because they only have like
we used to where I live. I used to live up in North Carolina where they grew them up in caches up in the hills, and we used to get them all the time. Go to the field and pick them, which was awesome. So now they have them. There's shops like in the churches will bring a bunch in, and they'll have a sale at one of theirs, or Lowe's and Home Depot bring them in too. So try to get them, but they're by the time we get them down here, they're you're just picking up needles the whole time. But I gotta have a real tree.
Yeah, we there for a long time we always had a real tree, and this year we didn't even do a tree. I'm not gonna lie to you, we just didn't do a tree. It's what it is. We're just lazy like that. But I like real trees. The cool thing about us here at the lake, we live by a lake, but we also live like on a 50-acre pond. And it's a big pond. And at the end of Christmas season, whenever, if you take your live trees down to the pond in this one little area, they'll spread them out throughout the pond in the various areas, use them for habitat for the fish and all that. And whatever's left, we'll take it to the lake. And there's a lake, the Corps of Engineers will put them out and use them as fish habitat. So it's pretty cool to do that. But yeah, we didn't even do a tree this year. Didn't even think about doing a tree this year, which is kind of cool. Clove, what about you? Real or fake?
Yeah, I was going to ask if you had a none of the above, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fake. I mean, a couple of reasons. Number one is, the convenience.
Sure.
Second reason is the cost over time.
Over time, yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah.
then third reason is this is a part of being with the fire department. Houses I've seen burned down.
Well, this is true, especially if you don't keep water in the base of that tree, they can get real dry. And yes, those lights are hot enough. If you keep the lights on 24/7, they can cause some
Used to be.
issues. For sure.
Well, not a big problem nowadays if you go LED, right?
If you go LED,
But
you're right.
back in the day, you're talking a couple decades ago or whatever, and back in the day, I mean, there really wasn't any such thing. Not at at any kind of price anybody wanted to pay anyway.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. If you were going to have a fake tree, okay, would you keep like all the ornaments on it and like store it somewhere already put together with the ornaments and lights on it? So all you got to do every year is just literally drag it out. Was that what you would do? Or would you take it down, put it up and all of that stuff?
Well, it'd be nice if there was a way to do that, but we never were able to do that.
Yeah.
But part of the fun of it too is when you have kids, is part of the fun is putting it up and
absolutely,
and decorating. I mean, kids seem to enjoy that.
Yeah, I don't see how I could store it with all the breakables on there and try to get it down in one piece.
Well, you put it over maybe in like a closet that you're not using or the garage or something. I know a lot of people that just keep it decorated. Literally, all you do is pull it in there, plug it in, and they're good. Hey,
that'd be so much easier.
Yeah,
I'm all for that.
My mom has got one that's, I don't know if anybody has ever seen them, but it's one of the Christmas trees that it goes in a corner and it's hinged. And so, yeah, it basically just gets hinged and put in the closet and then, just bring it out, unhinge it, slap it up in the corner. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Defense desk. Who the hell has that kind of extra storage space? Exactly. Now, Rob, he's up in New York. He says, real is the way to go if you have kids. Make a day out of finding cutting one. Now, we've done a reels get them at Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that. I've never actually gone out to cut down my own tree. I guess it would have been fun, but I've never done that. Have you guys ever done that?
Yeah, we used to do that all the time, and it was fun with the kids.
Yeah,
I've never done it. Being a grown up and having married and having kids, but I can remember as a kid doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we never have done that, which I think would be kind of cool. Hey, my dog was, hey, what's up, baby? She's just chilling right down here. I never even see her. I didn't even know she came in. She's just laying down in here, just looking at me like, what's up, Dad? Like, what's this tree you speak of?
Yeah. I want you on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right now, with, like I said, 1.2 thousand votes, it's pretty close, actually. It's closer than I thought, and it's actually went the other way. Fake trees have 55% and real trees with 45%. I would have thought that would have been flipped or something. So, all right, hold on here. MacMan039 reloading. Hi, guys. First time to your channel, and I am in sunny Arizona. Well, welcome to the dark side, my man. Arizona, we got a lot of friends out in Arizona way. So, some friends out in Tucson and in Phoenix and in Flagstaff. So, welcome to the show. I hope we don't make you any dumber. We have to have a good time. We're not going to be talking a whole lot of firearm stuff tonight. We're just going to have a good time and spend some time with friends and you guys. And we've got a couple topics to talk about. So that was the first question. The second question is, of the following, and I always have to kind of say that because I'll get people, well, why isn't this? Why I vote for this? Well, I didn't ask you what that is. I said of the following. And I did this as a funny thing. What is your favorite Christmas song? So the choices are The 12 Pains of Christmas, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, the Hanukkah Song by Adam Sandler, and the Chipmunk Song. Clover, of those, do you have a favorite one?
That's tough. It
is tough.
So, my favorite Christmas song, not on there, obviously. But out of those, I go back and I think, okay, what do I find myself singing most often when it's not even necessarily on the radio? And it can't, and sometimes when it's not even Christmas.
Sure.
And
sure.
it would be the Grinch for whatever reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm not just saying that because of the Christmas special on Friday, but yeah, it really is.
There you go. TJ, what about you? Of those?
Oh, Hanukkah song. Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song. I love that thing.
It's a great one.
So
I love that one. O.J. Simpson, not a Jew. Might be one of the greatest lines of any song ever. Just saying.
every time I hear it on the radio, I'm jamming it. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. It's a great one. For me, well, I'm going to go through who's winning right now because mine came in dead last. My favorite is the 12 Pains of Christmas. And a lot of people may not have ever heard the 12 Pains. Have you ever heard the 12 Pains of Christmas? It's
by name. No, I haven't. No.
It's okay. So hold on. All right.
We're going to hear it now.
Yes, we are. And I don't monetize this, so I can't worry. I don't have to worry about, I might get a copyright hit, but I don't really care either. It's kind of a long because it's the 12 Pains of Christmas, but you guys are all right. Here we go. The 12 Pains of Christmas by Bob Rivers. And this thing is kind of probably in the 80s, I'd guess. All right, here we go.
The first national USDA cert.
All right, before we can do a commercial for Michelob Ultra.
That's awesome.
The first thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me is finding a Christmas tree. The second thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me, rigging up the lights and finding a Christmas tree. The third thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me, hangovers, rigging up the lights and finding a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I've heard this one.
Yeah, I have too.
Such a pain to me.
Sending Christmas cards, hangovers, rigging up the lights.
I'm going to go a little bit later because there is a part of it that the guy used to put up the lights. He gets more. Every time it comes through, he gets more and more upset. He's like, fine, you think you're so smart, you put up the damn lights. And he's by the time it's like the 10th or 12th paint of Christmas, he's pissed.
The 12th thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
Singing Christmas.
Hold on.
I don't even know half these people.
Who's got the toilet paper?
Get a flashlight and no fuse.
and finding a Christmas tree. The 12th thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me,
Singing Christmas carols, sale TV special,
Batteries not included.
No parking.
charities.
Gotta make them dinner.
5 months of May.
I'm not sending them this year, that's it.
Shut up, you.
Fine, you're so smart, you ring up the lights.
I love it. It's just that's my favorite because I can just picture it. Every one of those, like we've all had that throughout our life. Been there every year almost, but that's my favorite. But unfortunately, I was not with anyone else. 660 votes on this one. In first place with 37% is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grint. So Clover picked a winner there. In second place at 30% is Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, which I remember when that song came out. That was like epic. I was like, this is awesome. If you have a sense of humor at all, that was a great one. But yeah, that came in second. Third place at 15% is the Hanukkah song by Adam Sandler. At 13% was a Chipmunk song. And coming up dead ass last with 5%, the 12 Pains of Christmas. It is what it is. Now, Rob says he's eating a Christmas gift steak now. And man, it's good. That does sound good. It does sound good. Defense Dad says, if I have another Irish coffee and some of the homemade chocolate chips we made tonight, this show will get a whole lot better. Well, I'm sorry that it takes alcohol to make this show better. I'm sorry. We try, but sometimes we're just not very good. But hey, get drunk if it makes it better. Great. Let's see here. And the third question, and man, we've had some hate in this one. I'm not going to lie. We've had some hate in this just a little bit. This came out yesterday. It's got 809 votes. Of the following, what's the best firearm featured in a Christmas movie? Of the following, the Red Ryder BB gun from A Christmas Story, the custom sniper rifle in The Long Kiss Goodnight, which is a badass rifle, the Calico M960 Alpha from Reindeer Games, the Glock non-gun from Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and the AUG from Die Hard. So I'm going to start with TJ. Of those, do you have a favorite one?
The Red Ryder.
Yeah, the Red Ryder. Here's the thing. I understand people that technically, I mean, the hate has been strong with this. Technically, the Red Ryder is not a firearm. No shit, Sherlock. Grow up, have a little fun, laugh a little bit, and relax. It's a fun question. We're well aware that the BB gun is not technically a firearm, but the movie was based around this kid getting the BB gun. So,
Saving his family with it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Chloe, what about you? Any of these? See, he said, "Fuck it, I'm out. I don't even listen to this shit anymore."
No, I'd probably go Red Ryder. I wish I could remember the actual quote though from him. Do you remember it?
In which one?
That Ralphie,
The
when
Red
he
Ryder?
talks about it, because it's not just
Okay.
Red Ryder. He says Red Ryder,
No, I've got
carbine,
it.
200 round, blah 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 blah. He rattles off
Oh
all the
yeah,
stuff.
I've got it
It's
right
hilarious.
here.
It's
Hold on.
hilarious. With a compass and a stop.
And he's talking so fast about it when he's on the slide with Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said hold on here. I want an official Red Ryder carbine action 200 shot range model air rifle. He goes into,
I guess so, but it goes more than that with a compass and a
yeah,
stop.
but that was on one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's other ones I've got to find out with the full long one. I think that the long one was when he was telling Santa, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
Come on, kid, you'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah, you shoot your eye out.
I can't find the actual one. I'm on these quotes, but it's going to take me forever. But yeah. And then I got a bunch of hate saying the AUG for Die Hard. What about the MP5? And I had to explain to people,
It ain't no MP5.
it's not MP5, it was an HK94. But just saying, you guys like, no, it wasn't. I was like, yes, it was. Actually, you can go and look it up. And he goes, I'm gonna have to go Google that. I was like,
Yeah.
They Google it.
Yeah. Or maybe learn your firearms when you're watching TV.
And some guy even said, I was like, that's what made the MP5 famous. What?
Well, it may have, but it doesn't mean it was an MP5.
It definitely didn't hurt the
Right.
the MP5, but
MP5 has been around in a lot of
been around for a long time before that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But let's see here. With, like I said, over 800 votes in first place with 52%, gets the majority. He is elected president. The Red Ryder BB gun from A Christmas Story. In second place with 36% is the AUG from Die Hard. And I think they just voted for that because it says Die Hard on it. Let's be honest. In third place with 7% was a custom sniper rifle from A Long Kiss Goodnight. And then tied with 3% is the Calico and the Glock. The Calico from the Reindeer Games and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang as the Glock non-gun. So, yeah. Like I said, we put out, we think they're pretty fun ones. And every Thursday, Saturday, and Monday at 10 a.m. So on our community tab on YouTube. So go have fun with those every week. Screaming Skull Saloon says, buddy, if I had a rubber hose. Chris's vacation. What'd you just say? Tell you what, somebody take care of Rich. Give him the boot. I'm just saying. Yeah. Let's see here. Defense Test says, I have the Christmas tree ornament with Ralphie at the table staring at the leg lamp. The leg lamp was awesome. I mean, how many leg lamps do you think they sold after that movie?
I know my son had one for the longest.
Are you serious?
Time.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he got one for Christmas one year. It was not the full size, but
Yeah.
it was a smaller version. But yeah. Totally. Got one for Christmas.
Yeah, that's
one year.
awesome. Great one. Great. The just everything about that movie is so sad and depressing, but it makes it so funny. Like when the turkeys, the dogs attack the turkey.
So there is a new Christmas movie coming out.
Oh yeah.
It is, yeah. Who's Doogie Howser? I can't never remember his name, dude. Patrick.
I don't know. I always call him Doogie.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I always call him Doogie. So
he's in it, and he's like telling a story to his daughter, and it's a similar storyline to A Christmas Story with the Red Ryder BB gun, and it's called 8-Bit Christmas. And so he's the one telling the story to his daughter or whatever on him wanting a Nintendo, the NES, for Christmas. And I can't remember if it's going to be on HBO Plus. It's on one of those stupid streaming services that I don't have. But I seen the trailer for it, and I'm like, that's awesome, because it's like a more modern day Christmas story. And I was like, that could be good.
And I like Neil Patrick Harris. I think he does a good job. So yeah, that I didn't even heard about that. So that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's called 8-Bit Christmas. Look it up later.
We're going to go ahead and end the poll out in the chat. We put a poll and says, of these, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Choices were Christmas Vacation, Elf, White Christmas, and A Christmas Story. We're going to end the poll with 31 votes. And Christmas Vacation gets it with A Christmas Story coming in second. Which honestly, that's probably how I would have voted myself into that question with those choices.
I agree.
Christmas Story is great, and I always watch it at least once a year. But for us, Christmas Vacation is, and it has been for a long time, it's the tradition. Like, that's the movie that, even if we're not really watching, we'll have it on the background when we're opening gifts or having dinner or whatever. It's on in the background, and that is the Christmas movie that we watch. And there's something about it, and just there are so many one-liners, and I've watched that thing hundreds of times, and it seems like every time I watch it, I pick up. I don't remember that line. Like you hear something subtle that you never heard before. You're like, oh my god! There's just so many perfect little things in that movie that make it so great, because everyone's got an Uncle Eddie. Everyone's got these characters in their lives, and it's wonderful.
That's what I was going to say. It's a little more relatable because everybody has somebody in there that they've dealt with at Christmas at one time or another.
Yeah. Now Pickle out there says he can't stand Will Ferrell's Elf. Is a no. Okay, bye. I'm not a huge Will Ferrell fan. I like some of his movies, but Elf is definitely one of them. I love Elf. And that's one of those that we don't always watch, but my daughter likes it just about as much as I do, so we will watch it. Matter of fact, we got it out the other night, so I think my wife might be getting ready. I'll tell you one, and we can this is going to be part of the topic, is the best Christmas movie ever. And there's some great ones back from like the 40s and 50s with White Christmas and Holiday Inn and A Wonderful Life and all of these stuff. But, I love what's happened in the last 20, 30 years with there's been some great Christmas movies that come out. A Christmas Claus, the series that there's like 3 of them. With Tim Allen, I really am a fan of those. I always watch those throughout the Christmas time. So do you guys, are there ones that kind of stick out in your mind that, are kind of traditional in your household? TJ, I'll start with you.
Well, I do I'm old school. I do the Rudolph, the Land of the Misfit Toys. That's always that's a staple. We'll watch that every time.
Sure.
Elf, Christmas Vacation, and then I watched obscure stuff like the Howard and Kumar Christmas special, and
I never saw that.
and
I do like it when they go to White Castle, so maybe I'll like
anything Christmas. I will throw it on there. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the only thing that bugs me is the Lifetime Christmas movies and
I'm not a big fan of the Hallmark ones.
They're like the exact same movie every single time. It's just a different cast.
Yeah.
It's aggravating.
G23 says, I give any movie made after 1999 a 1 for 99% of them. I don't know. There's been some pretty good ones. I'd say Bad Santa. It's a great movie. I'm not going to lie. It is a great movie. There have been some really decent ones in the last, 20 plus years. But yeah, Miracle on 34th has been mentioned. Rudolph is good. What was that one that we used to watch? Hell. I think it was Holiday Inn. Is that the one with Bing Crosby? Was that White Christmas? I don't know. One of those my dad always loved to watch. So we always watch either White Christmas or Holiday Inn. We might have watched both of them for all I know. Back in the old black and white ones, but we were growing up, we always had huge Christmas parties at my aunt grandma's house and all that with all the family. Everyone was there. And they always put movies on for the kids to go watch while the adults were doing their thing. Which I can appreciate now. But it kind of sucked at that time because I wanted to be in there with what the grown-ups were doing. But yeah, we always watched a lot of them. We had a lot of Christmas music. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not Christmas is by far my favorite holiday. And it's not because of Christmas and all of that. And it's not because of, it sounds bad, but it's not the religious side of it, and it's not the gift side of it. It's just like people seem happier for a month. Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, like the world just kind of seems happy. And that's what's cool to me about it, Take care of that, please. Thank you. My mods will take care of that shit. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I love about Christmas. It's just the festive. I do get annoyed after like the first week or two of every radio station you turn on has nothing but Christmas songs. I do get a little bit annoyed about that. But honestly, I forgot about this one. Gremlins. Gremlins is a great movie. Christmas movie? Yay, nay? What do you guys think?
Doesn't happen without Christmas.
Yep.
Gizmo was a Christmas present.
I agree. So the big debate. Is Die Hard truly a Christmas movie?
Yep. Yes. Doesn't happen without Christmas.
Here's the thing. I will challenge that.
If you rewrote the script, it could, but you'd have to rewrite the script.
That attack could have happened anytime. It just happened to be during Christmas.
You have to rewrite the whole premise of them.
He wouldn't be heading up there.
Well, you would have to. Well, there's that, but there's also the whole hacking of the vault and the timing with that revolved around Christmas, if you will actually watch and pay attention. And it also revolved with lower security and everything else because they were in that one floor at the party, right? Everybody else pretty much had went home except for the people at the party. So it gave them the opportunity to sneak in as what? As caterers, blah, 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 blah. So the Christmas party played a huge role in it too. So not only would you have to rewrite the script where it revolved around some other type of holiday, right? And a party for that holiday, but then also you would have to rewrite the script with the vault timing and stuff as well.
Sounds like somebody's thought this through very, very deeply.
Well, and if you remember too, one of the reasons they talked about killing the power grid, right? They were like, "Oh, we got to kill the power grid," and they were like, "We can't kill the power grid. It's Christmas, right?" What other time would they have that discussion in the script about not killing the power grid, right? They wouldn't care. It wouldn't be Christmas.
Screwing Skull Saloon says, yes, Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Gizmo was a Christmas gift. Exactly.
Well, plus it all hinged too on the girlfriend. Remember the girlfriend and her traumatic experience with her dad in the fireplace or whatever it was, and how she didn't like Christmas. That all played into it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Rod has dropped the gauntlet here. He basically said, Die Hard is a Christmas movie and only communists would not agree. End of story. So there is the definitive word. If you don't think that it is, and you are a communist.
Well,
there it is.
And Idaho would USMC would agree. Says if Bruce Willis wasn't going to the Christmas party, the whole thing wouldn't have happened. So
There's more to it than the Christmas party, because Rich out there is stating that, oh, you could do some other holiday and then it doesn't matter. And that ties into the party. It does not tie into the whole vault issue, the power grid issue. There's multiple things that it doesn't tie into by changing it to any other holiday. Go watch it.
He's getting defensive now,
I'm
folks.
just saying, it's Christmas time. It's a Christmas movie. Go watch it, and watch it from the perspective of Christmas. Be looking for Christmas reference throughout the script.
That's one of the first one we watched. As soon as Thanksgiving was over, we started watching.
Die Hard came in.
That was one of the first ones we watched.
Yeah, I know that Christmas is getting close because my wife makes a Chex Mix every year, and it's wonderful. We give it to friends and all that, and she's making Chex Mix right now, and I can smell it, and it's wonderful. What the hell? So Yoko sent a text in to actually get involved with the conversation. My wife says anything Christmas in it is a Christmas movie. Duh. So thanks for the smart ass comment, honey.
Love it. Love it.
And I tend to agree.
Yeah,
why not?
I tend to agree.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those that will, obviously, like Clover, would go toe to toe with someone defending the fact that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I do believe it is a Christmas movie. I'm just not as fanatical about it as some people are. Obviously, Clover has really, really, really thought this through, but it's okay. I want to go to Clover real quick. I asked TJ earlier, do you have 1, 2, or 3 or whatever, like a set of movies that when Christmas time comes around that you kind of go to every year, Clove?
Not necessarily. I mean, Die Hard for sure. But not necessarily. I mean, I like the Christmas Chronicles. I like those.
Christmas.
Did we watch one?
What was that?
The what's his name? The Kurt Russell Santa Claus. Isn't that the Christmas Chronicles? I think it is.
I don't remember that.
Christmas Go Nightmare Before Christmas is a good one. Now that could be a crossover.
It is a good one.
That could also be a Halloween, but I mean,
I'm gonna say it's more Halloween, maybe, but no. It's
I don't know that it is, but it definitely could be a crossover. But I would classify it as a Christmas movie. Yeah,
Happy the Christmas.
Lethal Weapon 1 and Die Hard.
See, I
want to say Die Hard 2 was around Christmas time too. It was like a year later, wasn't it?
Yeah,
supposedly.
See, I won't defend Die Hard 2, and I won't defend Lethal Weapon either because I see holes in that.
Well, Lethal Weapon is a Christmas. It didn't take place during the Christmas. It took place over a long amount of time. Just happened to be part of that movie was Christmas time, but it wasn't based around Christmas. I guess the only thing was the tree that got blown up when the toilet exploded or whatever, you know. They drove through but Christmas wasn't a theme in the movie. It just happened to be around Christmas time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So if like your wife said,
it's just been negative tonight, man. Enjoy yourself, man.
If it has,
enjoy yourself.
If it has Christmas in the movie, then I mean, there's a case to be made. It's a Christmas movie, and if you enjoy it, watch it for Christmas. I don't have a problem with it. But my litmus test for is it a Christmas movie is if you take the script and you pull Christmas out of the script, do you have it, replace it with any other holiday? Do you have a movie? And
in Lethal Weapon, you could, yes, absolutely.
Lethal Weapon, you could. There's holes in Lethal Weapon. Yeah, I think no doubt. Anyway. My opinion.
You could have them drive through the house and not knock down the Christmas tree and still be the same movie.
Yeah.
You know? It just
you could potentially do that with Gremlins and make it a birthday, but there's still even if you did that, there's still holes. There's still holes.
Yeah. In it. Idaho Roger says, "How come there isn't any Flag Day movies? What the hell? I crawl foul." Hey, you know what? That's fair. Not many people watch movies around. Hell, let's be honest, man. Very few people in this country actually know when Flag Day is. Let's just be honest.
Right.
So, now Marcus out there says Babes in Toyland is a holiday tradition at his house. March of the Wooden Soldiers.
There you go.
There you go. Nutcracker. You guys ever seen the Nutcracker, like the actual like Nutcracker, like ballet or anything?
The ballet, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I've seen the ballet and I've seen it on ice, which is the ice thing was kind of cool when I was a kid. It came to Dallas and all that, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, I've seen the ballet and the ice version.
Anybody ever been to a dang it, I can't think of the why can I not think of that freaking orchestra? Help me out.
Siberian Orchestra.
The Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah.
Anybody ever been to one of those shows? Oh,
No,
I
it's
have
on my
not.
list.
I heard it's pretty badass. Though. I heard they're awesome.
It's like Pink Floyd at Christmas or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard they're phenomenal on concerts. So I definitely want to go see one of those.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Idaho says best animation Christmas story, Charlie Brown's Christmas. I mean, can you really go wrong with Charlie Brown anything? When you get Snoopy involved, and I remember watching the Charlie Brown Christmas stuff every year, and Snoopy was doing the he was flying. What was the old
Baron?
Red Baron.
Red Baron, yeah. So yeah, Rob says I value my life, so 100% agree with whatever Ghost Wife said. Yeah, she'll fuck you up. Now G23 says he's actually done the Nutcracker off the hideout. I think we all have done that once or twice. Yeah,
that's what the early days of YouTube could have been called.
The Nutcracker very well could have been.
Yeah,
Still can.
We didn't have the cameras and stuff. All the stupid stuff we did back in the day.
Hey, Rich actually said something positive for a change.
No, he did not.
He did.
He did.
It's a Christmas miracle.
He said the Trans-Siberian Orchestra is awesome. Yeah, he finally must have had a drink. He must have had a drink already.
Better end the show on that note. Good Lord.
Oh, shit. Yeah, mister. You know, it's pretty bad when you make Clover look like the optimistic one, you know? Yeah, so like I love like the Santa Claus stuff, Elf, obviously Christmas Vacation. Bad Santa is still one of those that I really, really enjoy.
Santa Claus and it doesn't bother me, but Santa Claus, and especially the second one, has so many plot holes and stuff. It's horrible.
The first one's great, and I think that they never anticipated it. I don't think being like, holy shit, this is a phenomenon,
right?
And so I think the next one they just like, hey, we've got to get another one out before next Christmas and all of that. I really do think that's what happened. But I forgot about this one. My daughter and my wife love this, the Polar Express.
I don't.
Now it's one of those that I will watch with them. I don't particularly love it, but it's one of those that I don't hate. So when they're watching it, I will watch it. But yeah, that's one of those that my wife and daughter will watch is Polar Express for sure.
Hate it. I was trying to film today and freaking train burp, burp, coming through, freaking going to get ready for Polar Express tonight. I'm like, get down the track. I'm trying to film. God, really?
Yeah, Miracle on 34th Street's a great one. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life is a great movie. But for me, like my entire life, like it was on all the time. Like, and I'm not lying. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Like the network said, okay, we're all only going to show it once. Like they had to come up together and say, we're only going to show it once. So this network has it on this day, because there were just people that were just running it almost 24/7 forever. And it just got old. And it's one of those things where I think they did that movie a disservice by playing it too much almost. It is a great movie, but they played it forever. Now, someone just brought up my all-time favorite Christmas movie, and I was waiting to see, I didn't want to mention it, but I was waiting to see how long it would take. The greatest Christmas, in my opinion, is Home Alone. I absolutely love. Now, the other ones after that, the very first one, I love Home Alone. And I was waiting for someone to bring that up, and it took a while to bring it up, but I love Home Alone. Do you guys have any feelings towards that movie?
Yeah, that's a good movie. I enjoy it.
I'm okay with the first one. Second one, not so much, but the first one, yeah. And actually, maybe it's the third one. Isn't the third one when they changed the kid and he had the RC like 4x4 radio control 4x4 with a webcam or something on the third one?
I never saw the third one, honestly,
that's the third one.
because I disliked the second one so much that I refused to watch the third one.
The third
honestly,
one, if I'm thinking correctly, and I could be wrong, the third one is not Macaulay Culkin. It's a little dark haired boy, and he's got like an RC, like 4x4 car or truck or something with like a webcam on it, and then there's like a parrot. He's got a parrot, and a parrot actually drives the 4x4. Anyway, that's kind of neat.
I'm out.
Okay, so yes, Macaulay Culkin was not in 3, but do you know who was in Home Alone 3? And I don't know this because I never saw it. Scarlett Johansson was in Home Alone 3. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that. Yeah,
I never saw it, so I don't know. But I pulled the cast, and it was. Yeah, it was.
Look it up. She had to have been super young, right?
I might have to go watch it now. Yeah.
Okay, so Home Alone 3, where's it at? I gotta go look. Who was she?
Look it up now. I think didn't they just remake them? Netflix or somebody? Don't they have remakes of them somewhere?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think so. I think I saw one there.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, Sarge is right. I think that he's 100% on the ball with this. He said Kevin knew what he was doing. He was hunting Harry and Marv. No doubt about it. He had watched enough movies and all that. He knew exactly what he was doing. It is some of the greatest physical comedy act with Joe Pesci and holy hell. Who? Oh, shit. His name's on the tip of my tongue.
Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern. Some of the greatest comedy acting, physical comedy acting in that movie. I mean, it was just so great, so great. Let's see here. And Rich is going to educate us. The reason It's a Wonderful Life was played so much when we were kids because no one owned the copyright. It was free money for all the TV channels. Somehow NBC got the rights now. There you go.
Alrighty
then. There is a fan theory that Kevin from Home Alone is really the sadistic villain of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can see that. What you got? So my wife just last minute Christmas shopping. If you want the Pennsylvania Dutch eggnog.
Oh,
good shit right here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've got a recipe for eggnog waffles.
My wife, so she brings this into me. She sends me a text. This is, by the way, this is the most like involved in the show that my wife has ever been. Right. I don't know what's gotten into her. Maybe she's been drinking the eggnog.
Yeah, the bottle has
everybody's wife likes eggnog with a kick. They must buy this for them. This has a little kick. And my wife bought like a case of this. So
there you go.
Saying. Now she's saying, "Oh no, it's not for all me. They're for gifts." Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see how many of those get passed out. Hell no, because she keeps this shit year round. Like she'll drink this like year round. Like at night, she'll have a glass of it or whatever. So yeah, she might give one of those bottles out as a gift, but she ain't giving the rest of it.
Nog is delicious. I drink it well. It's only that's a problem. It's only out in stores for so long.
Yeah, that's why when she had to go and she goes, "Hey, I'm going to go down to the liquor stores." It's the closest liquor store is like 45 minutes away. We're in a dry county, so it's like 45 minutes away. Yeah, he would not live here. I'm just saying. It is the wettest dry county in the state of Arkansas, but it's still 45 minutes away. But she's like, "I'm going by the liquor store and I'll give me my eggnog." And she came with a case of it. So
she won't have to go back.
Not for a while. Idaho says he missed the Scarlett Johansson sighting. Must be slipping. And Chloe was right. This was a long time ago, so she probably was a kid, you know.
Yeah, it was. I went and looked it up, and I'm like, oh, yes, she was. Okay, I got it now. Yep. It was his sister.
Yep. My wife, she enjoys a good eggnog. She also, when it comes to wine, neither one of us are big wine people. Would probably be more of a Zinfandel. So that's kind of, if we are going to drink wine, she's going to drink Zinfandel. And I'll drink Zinfandel or a white of some kind. I'm not a big red wine guy. Yeah. Cal says, just got home, about to make a brandy and eggnog. This is made with real Dairy Queen rum, brandy, and a blended whiskey. The Pennsylvania Dutch eggnog. It's good.
It's got it all.
It's got it all, and it's really good. It's really good. So, yeah. Defense Dad says traditional Irish coffee is better than eggnog. I'm not a coffee guy, so I say no. But if you're a coffee drinker and you like whiskey also, then go for it.
Yeah, it's weird. You
yeah,
figure as much as I drink, I would put stuff in my eggnog, but I don't. I drink it like straight out the store, no booze in it, no nothing. I love
the actual just eggnog mix.
Just a good nog, and then I'll have a bourbon and Pepsi or something after that. But
yeah,
I like keep it in the fridge, and like I'll have 4 or 5 bottles because they don't keep it in there long. You got to refrigerate it too.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Sarge says there is an online petition to cast a 41-year-old Macaulay Culkin as 8-year-old Kevin McAllister in the upcoming remake, and no one acknowledged he's actually an adult. So one of my favorite actresses, not just because I think she's a great actress, but I think she's drop dead gorgeous, is Mila Kunis. I love Mila Kunis. I think she's hilarious, but she's gorgeous. They were married for like 10 years and no one knew about it. Like Mila Kunis and Macaulay Culkin were married for like 10 years, and they only became public when they got divorced. Like no one knew they were married. She
kept it that way.
Yeah, and you know what? If I was married to Macaulay Culkin, I probably wouldn't say anything about it either.
Where's your husband at? Don't worry about him. He's fine.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. He did. As an adult, Macaulay Culkin always looked sick. He
didn't age well.
No, he did not.
No.
And he was the golden child that was, he very well could have been like the greatest child star if he wanted to capitalize on it. And in respect to him, he didn't. And I want to say that he actually emancipated himself like when he was like 15 or 16, did he not? So I think his parents like stole all half his money. So he was like, you know what? I think he was like a teenager, like 15 or 16, and he emancipated himself to get away from his parents. So, I don't know. I might be wrong about that, but G23 says, have you tried the Kroger pumpkin eggnog?
I'm in Florida. We don't have the Krogers.
Yeah, we don't have Kroger. We have Kroger, but it's about 45 minutes from here. But,
we got the Publix and it is the home. I want to say it's a Homestead. It's like an organic milk company. It has a really good eggnog, and it's. I just get they have like the little self-serving ones, or they have the big ones, and I'm like.
So would either one of you try? Are you guys pumpkin, like the pumpkin spice or whatever? I mean, would you try a pumpkin eggnog?
Probably not.
Oh, I'll try anything once.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
Yeah, I'm not into the
definitely
pumpkin
not that guy.
spice stuff. I'll eat a pumpkin pie, but that's like about it.
I love pumpkin pie. I like eggnog. If you throw it in a blender.
See, I think Rich is drinking at this point because this is 2 in a row. Yeah. He says the pumpkin eggnog is like drinking a liquid pumpkin pie. It's really good. So it's nice to see that Rich is back to a positive self. We're here to help you if you need help. It's nice to see you being positive again, Rich. I just don't do pumpkin. I can't. My wife likes pumpkin. What? What are you laughing at? Oh, she's just laughing at us. So, like I said, I don't. She must be drunk as hell because she's actually listening and being involved. Well, she's in the living. My door is open. She can listen and see in here. She's just laughing.
She just gave you the last bottle of eggnog. That's why. Out of the box she bought.
I don't think she'd do that. I think she's got plenty left.
Stashed it.
Yeah. I'm not a big pumpkin guy, so anything pumpkin. I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like. A lot of people eat like pumpkin seeds, like sunflower seeds almost, but I wouldn't. Yeah. No, thanks.
Pumpkin. I'm straight pumpkin pie with like a whole can of whipped cream on top. Good to go.
So do you? Is it? I mean, honestly, at that point, is it the whipped cream that you like, or is it the pumpkin pie?
It's both. I mean, I've eaten plain pumpkin pie when there's no whipped cream, but if there's whipped cream, I'm throwing it on there. Then it makes it's like a pumpkin frappe. Would you mix it all together?
All right. All right.
Pumpkin mousse.
All right, so pumpkin mousse.
Pumpkin pie mousse. There you go.
Okay. So if you had to choose pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie,
Oh, pumpkin pie.
because my wife likes a sweet potato with like the marshmallows and shit on it.
Yep.
Oh my God, she's killing me. You two will know who I'm talking about. I just got a message from Donna wanting me to do some more reviews for Fiachi on Instagram. Just, hi, this is Donna. Once again, we know your name's not Donna. Let's just not start our relationship out on a lie.
Could be
But-
worse. Could be yoga pants.
What? Her name is Yoga Pants, or are you saying I could review
Oh,
Yoga
I'm
Pants?
talking about they could be trying to get you to review yoga pants.
I'd review Yoga Pants over a $25 red dot at this point.
Well, that's
When
just-
they're done that.
at least you could do something creative with that, I guess.
Oh, I could get creative with it. You may not want to see the video. Well, maybe you would. You probably would want to see that video.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want people to see that video.
I mean, you got the hair for it. Just saying.
Hey, you stop it.
Yes.
Buck out there says Santa is getting his new holster tomorrow. It must be for the. So I get a message. So Buck got the Gerson Regard a couple weeks ago, and I think that might be the holster he's waiting on. But he also just picked up their Gerson 1911, and he just sent a picture of it. It's really pretty. Really pretty.
Yeah.
I know, Clover, you've got the Gerson 1911, and TJ and I have both said we want that thing. So don't you have the 1911 or you have the Regard?
No, I don't have a 1911. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
waiting on the 10 millimeter.
I got you. I'm waiting on the 9mm that I'm for over a year now. I don't think Laura. I just gave up with Laura, and it's not. I know it's not her fault. I know there's a lot of issues with stuff.
There's big supply chain issues with pretty much
No, I get it.
anything that gets imported right now. It's crazy.
Moo says yoga pant appendix carry.
Yeah.
That might have to be a thing. So here's the thing. With yoga pants, would you have to wear a belly band, or would you just straight up just slap that into the yoga pants?
I've got a belly band I could try with them, so maybe I need to take them up on that.
Do you have yoga pants?
Well, I got a company that wants to send me some apparently.
If you can get Donna to send you some yoga pants with that belly band, yeah, I'd watch that video.
It's not Donna. I think her name is like Catherine or something.
Oh yeah, there's like 6 or 7 of them that are just constant, and it's like no,
insert name here, right?
Good. Yeah, insert name here, and like you answer them like no thanks, or yeah, I actually would, and you have to wait like another 24 hours because they're in China, because like and so you're just like, okay, well I'll hear from them tomorrow, I guess.
Jeff gets to deal with all that. I'm lucky on that end.
And then it's forever before it gets
you're
here.
lucky that you don't have to get, because they will once they know.
Oh yeah.
If you say yes or even reply to any one of them, it's like they're in an office with like 30 of them. Like, hey, I got someone that answered, and they shared your shit with all of them. So now it's like, boom, and it's like, hey, we've got basket weaving, we've got this. Holy Jesus, shut up! You know.
Yeah, I see them come up on the messenger, and I'm just like, nah, it's a Jeff problem today, not me.
It is, yeah. It is a Jeff problem. Now, Defense Dad's getting ready to take us down a rabbit hole that we're getting ready to get into, because this is a good one. I'm not bragging, but I made the best chocolate chip cookies tonight. The title of the recipe online says so.
That's the right recipe.
Yeah. They make CCW yoga pants. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? Oh,
That's
that
right.
could be awesome. Wow. Gotta do that. Yeah, gonna have to figure out one of them that can send me a pair of CCW yoga pants. I'm in.
There you go.
I'm in. Yeah. All right. So let's go down this rabbit hole for a little bit, because this is a tradition in my house and in most houses. The cookies / brownie / we were talking about the pies earlier. So TJ, I'm gonna start with you. Do you do a combination of them, or what kind of baked items do y'all usually do traditionally for Christmas?
It's a little bit everything we do. The big thing we do in the family that everybody loves is rum balls.
That
So
sounds good. What is that?
It's Quaker oats, like sugar, butter, and cocoa. Mix all that together, and then ball them up, and then roll them in confectionate sugar and chill them. It's just,
Sounds interesting. I never heard of those.
They're really, everybody loves them, so we do those. Crystal makes.
Is it a family thing, or is that big around Florida area?
No, it's just a family thing. My mom made them.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, my mom made it. She made them, and then I just made a bunch for my brothers. We went over to his place for dinner the other night. He took them all, bastard. So we had to make another batch. And then everything else. Snickerdoodles, chocolate chip cookies. We make it all. But she gives a lot away for when people come over here. Take some cookies. Take some cookies.
The CCW yoga pants have 4 built-in holsters at different locations. Wow. This might be my new thing.
There you go.
Just saying. All right. Anybody looking for a last-minute Christmas gift for this guy? Clove, what about you? I know that you like to bake. I like to bake. My whole family likes to bake. So my daughter will always do brownies. I'll always do like cookies, like chocolate. I'm not a big chocolate chip fan, but I'll make, my wife and daughter love chocolate chips. So I'll make chocolate chip cookies. I'm a big sugar cookie guy. Sugar cookies and snickerdoodles, I'm in. My daughter makes brownies and all that. And my wife does the Chex Mix, the homemade Chex Mix and all that. And, but yeah, Clover, do you guys have anything that y'all do traditionally?
Not so much anymore, anyway.
Yeah.
No, can't have all that mess. So you could do
So
keto. You could do keto peanut butter cookies. You could do keto brownies. You could do some of that stuff. But that's not specific to Christmas.
This is true. Now, Rob says, I'm glad Ghost Wife is watching. Maybe now he doesn't have to go on and on about how great she is for half the show. True that. True that. G23 says, Ghost wears an extra small. I wish. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Holy hell. No, I wish I did. I don't know if I ever wore an extra. Maybe when I was like 12, but I know I'm small, but I'm not. I'm short. I'm not necessarily small. I've got a little bit of a gut on me. I got the dad bod rocking.
Dad bod.
Dad bod's the way to go, man. That's just how I roll. Don't give a shit anymore, you know. Obviously.
I'm working on that. After I'm going to the after. I figure probably after SHOT Show, I will. I'm going to lay off some of the sweets that I love so much. So
after SHOT Show.
After SHOT Show, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything till after that.
Oh, you're not going to try to look pretty for SHOT?
I mean, I look good enough.
I mean, you are pretty already.
Yeah. But... You know, unless there's like a basketball game at SHOT Show.
You're not trying to get like SHOT Show shape. You're saying fuck SHOT Show. Oh, no. I'll get in shape after SHOT Show.
After SHOT Show, I'm not gonna constrict my diet, you know, while I'm at SHOT Show, because I mean, with the Jeff, it could be, you know, we're eating backpack pizza, or we're eating, you know, filet somewhere.
Yeah, warm cheese from his pocket.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Cheese. You know, pocket cheese or backpack pizza or whatever we get.
It sounds disgusting, but you guys don't know that's a thing. If you travel and are rolling with Jeff during SHOT Show, you'll have things in your pockets that you never thought would be in your pockets.
I was the first year I was the pack mule. I had that whole backpack was full of stuff from the press room. Like,
oh, I imagine so.
Juices, granola bars, leftover dinner from the night before. It was like, oh my gosh.
So the range day where you guys were my personal show, by the way, thank you for being my personal chauffeur that time.
You're welcome.
You guys were so excited because Jeff was going to spring. He was going to allow you guys to eat one of the frozen pizzas. Like, does he have you guys on rations at the condo? I mean, I was like, okay, we can have one of the pizzas tonight. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Is he like rationing you guys?
Yeah, we bought. We went and we spent like this is what we have for the week. So it was like a pizza night or 2 pizzas a night and stuff like that.
You made them?
Yeah, I just thought that was. I was like, man, he's like rationing their food for these guys.
Yeah, he does. Well, it's not bad, but he's likes to spend. This is what we're going to spend. It's all we're spending.
I'm like, you know what? I'm bringing my own damn money. I'm gonna get my own damn pizza. So
we're hoping to get the invites and dinners and snacks and stuff.
Well, we were talking about Clover and I were talking about that last night on the phone, and I know it's a little bit early, but it's starting getting to that point where you start hearing about some of the after the show, the events and all that. I haven't heard much about what's going on, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of stuff that they usually aren't. I know the actual official Marine party isn't happening. They're trying to get someone else to come in and kind of take care of that, but the people that ran that for years they're not going to be there this year. But yeah, I'm sure, there's gonna be some stuff out there. The funniest one of all time was a couple of years ago. We were at the Brownells party and we were sitting there and Jeff is visibly pissed, and we're having this great conversations, like the three of us and Jeff and Paul, a couple of the at the time the gun streamer, is that what that was? Yeah, gun streamer people. Pinkus was there. Maj was there. I mean, we had like a serious, awesome conversation. And Jeff's going, I'm fucking out of here. They don't have free food. Like he was all about, I figured Brownells would offer free food. And like you guys left because Jeff wanted to go find a party that was serving free food. And I was like, we're having this amazing conversation. And Jeff's visibly pissed that there was no free food. And I was like, did that just happen? Like they just up and left looking for free food. And I think you found some though, did you not?
Oh, we always do. But I think that's partially my fault as we put pressure on. He goes, oh, we're like, listen, if you can feed us every night, that's a good trip. And he's like, oh, we got parties. And then we go to the parties, no food. He's kind of like, oh no, I gotta feed the crew. We gotta get food.
Now I will say this, and this is very true. If you're thinking about going to SHOT, but one of the hiccups is how the hell am I going to afford to eat for a week in Vegas? First of all, you can eat Vegas pretty cheap. You really can. But if you take full advantage of someone's going to have a breakfast before SHOT, some organization or whatever. One of the best breakfasts I ever had was Clover and I went to the USA shooting breakfast a few years back, and they had like the whole spread, like grabbing all the stuff. But if you take full advantage of the breakfasts and then the media room with their breakfasts and lunches and snacks, and then able to find events at night that are going to provide food, you can almost, maybe a lunch here or there, but you could, if you wanted to, if you really tried, you could go all week in Vegas without spending a penny on food if you tried hard enough.
Yeah, I worry more about the drinks than the food, but
I understand.
We last trip I think he fed us every night. We had a function with food and booze.
Yeah,
so I was happy.
A lot of the last couple of years, and this, well, both of you know this, but the last couple of years, there has been a trend at about 4:30. A lot of booths start bringing kegs in for the booth parties. So we're not going to throw a party tonight, but we're going to have a keg at the booth, and people will literally, like you said, they'll just literally jump from booth to booth for an hour and a half, and just get the free booze. But that's what it's there for. It's great. That's actually one of the smartest things that started happening at SHOT.
That's where a lot of the chatting goes on. A lot of the deals and stuff.
Absolutely. Oh my God, this sounds wonderful. I'm on my way to Finstad, so I'll be there. He says, I'm looking forward to Christmas morning. He'll be grilling ribeyes for 20 people for steak and eggs brunch at Mom's house. That sounds awesome. Steak and eggs.
Yeah.
You can never go wrong with steak and eggs. Matter of fact, our first year at SHOT, at our undisclosed hotel, we never tell anybody because we don't want anyone to know about the hotel we stay at. Now we're getting a house, but when it's just the two of us, we always stay at this hotel, and it's awesome. But right next door to it, was it Denny's or IHOP? I think it was at Denny's. And the first year we ate there like a couple nights there, like midnight, 1 o'clock. We'd rock over to Denny's and all of that. And steak and eggs, man, you can't go wrong with steak and eggs.
I agree.
Buck says, is Jeff going to SHOT this year? My bet is yes. He's going to bitch and moan probably even during SHOT Show, but I think he'll show up.
Yeah, I think once he gets there, he's going to have a good time.
Yeah. And I'm not.
Does Jeff
I'm
ever
not
have a good
making-
time? Does Jeff ever have a good time?
He had a good time last night. The last
He's
shot we were at, he had a good time because we wandered.
You got
we
him
didn't have
drunk a
anything
couple times
scheduled.
though too. Yeah, and you got him drunk a couple times. So
Yeah, he wasn't happy the next day. He started though. He started training. He says,
yeah,
so he can keep up with me.
yeah.
I got to stop doing that to him.
Nah. What you need to start doing is continue, but start filming it.
I know.
What you need to do.
I know. This year I will.
People that have never been around Jeff, like aside from watching, but never been around Jeff, don't realize how funny the guy he is. He does some weird things that are just hilarious. He's a weird dude. I mean, but he's a great guy, but he does some weird shit in real life that it's just funny. And having a videotape of just the weird shit he does would be awesome.
I told him we always talk about just being mic'd up the whole time when we're driving places. Because we have some fantastic conversations. But he's like, probably not. We'll get demonetized in a second. I'm like, it's not about the money.
Not about the money.
Yeah.
Rich says a Denny's sandwich is awesome. Ham, eggs, sausage, bacon, hash browns, and maple French toast bread. Interesting. I'm not sure if it's Denny's or IHOP, but one of them has a moon over my hammy sandwich, and it's awesome.
Getting hungry.
Oh my god! See, I'm got lasagna in there. So moon over my hammy. It is Denny's.
So hungry now.
What
do you say, burgers and fries?
It's ham, scrambled eggs with Swiss cheese and American cheese on sourdough bread.
I
it's
love
pretty
sourdough.
amazing.
Yeah,
I do
sourdough. Too. Is that your favorite? So what's your favorite bread? Like if you could pick like one bread, is sour. I mean, mine's either going to be sourdough or like a really good French bread. I really do like French bread.
Yeah, I'm going to go sourdough or maybe a sweet bread, like some of the Hawaiian sweet roll stuff.
Ooh, like Hawaiian rolls? Yeah, those are damn good too.
Yeah.
You know, they make bread. They make bread and they make buns and they make hoagie rolls and they make all kinds of things out of that now, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, like a fresh sourdough. It's got to be fresh.
Yep.
Buck wants Jeff's address. We can send him a bunch of small cereal boxes. You're not going to have to worry about that because they do have small. Clover lives on small cereal boxes at SHOT.
Yeah, I freaked the NSSF dude out when I was interviewing the NSSF guy. I freaked him out because I was like, want to know my most favorite part of SHOT Show? And he's like, what? And I'm like, the cereal in the media room.
He was probably like,
100%.
Love about SHOT. That's the one thing. That's the one thing.
So SHOT week is essentially more than a week, but you have to cheat. I mean, there's no other option. I don't eat cereal.
You're not getting away with SHOT Show on the diet. You're not.
Cereal is not something that I'm going to cheat normally, right? But SHOT Show every morning, and I'll stuff away deals of cereal in my bag and eat them throughout the day. Heck yeah.
Yeah, their breakfast, you got to get there early if you actually want like the actual breakfast. But you can get the cereal boxes whenever. But if you if you get there early enough, which we never really get there early enough, if you get there early enough, they have some actually good, like legit breakfast in there for you.
They got pastries, fruit. I usually get pastries and fruit. And then
at least one day they'll have those what they call like pigs in a blanket or something like that.
Kolaches or whatever.
But yeah, they're just like the croissants with the hot dog in the middle or whatever, Yeah. But those go like quickly. As soon as they come out, it's like
I'll throw them in my backpack.
Yeah. So yeah. What about you? TJ, breads. What's your favorite bread if you really had to choose one?
It's good. It would have to be like a fresh sourdough.
Yep.
Like when we make it, the homemade sourdough cut like thick.
Oh yeah.
I don't need the thin slices. Give
Like-
me a thick piece of. Oh yeah.
It's the thing that makes the Texas toast look small.
Yep.
Yes, I'm all in. We made a terrible mistake about 5-6 years ago. Terrible mistake. We bought a bread maker, and I got really into bread making.
Yep.
There's nothing better. Like, I'm glad I don't live like near a what do they call those? Like the stores that wake up at 4:00 and make the breads and all that, bakeries.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't live like next to a bakery, because I'd be eating like 900 pounds, because I would make bread. We make bread about every other day, because I make a big loaf of it and we eat it. And then I make another one of different kinds of French and sourdough and whatever,
It's horrible.
there might not be a better smell of fresh bread. It's just, I love the smell of fresh bread.
Yep. Problem is then it's warm and you got to throw some butter on it, and then
And a little garlic or something,
then you're down half a loaf, and you're like, well, better make another
you
one.
guys ever use the garlic butter? It's like the butter garlic butter might be the greatest butter ever. Just saying. Good God, I'm sorry. I'm so hungry.
I'm a fan of any butter.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's funny. I live next door. Our neighbors do. They do the food truck, and they do barbecue. So every morning I go out there, and he is smoking brisket, he's smoking chickens or something, and it's like, dear Lord. That's why I'm always hungry all the time.
I've never, not that I know of. I don't know that I've ever had pumpernickel.
It's delicious.
I might have. I just don't remember if I have or not.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
An Italian roll is good. Yes, most definitely. I've become over the last probably 5 or 6 years fans of French bread, but it's got to be fresh French bread. I'm really a fan of French bread as well, especially with soups. You get it with like a soup and good French bread. But yeah, sourdough. I think sourdough's got to be my favorite bread. Yeah. Man, I
look at it, if I can eat it with butter and I'll go back for 2 or 3 more slices, then that's my bread.
So I'm questioning some sanity right now. G23 says rye. Cannot stand rye. So I was doing some volunteer work a week or 2 ago, and some people had donated, one of the food trucks in the area had donated a bunch of bread. We were passing out food for different people, and nobody took any rye. So there was like this whole like container of rye bread. They're like, I'll just take some, like, just take it. We can't give it to the stores and just take it. I'm like, okay, I'll take a loaf of this rye bread. I'm like, I don't even know why, because I don't like it. So I don't know if my wife had never had it or what. Maybe she just was really hungry. But I look over there and she's got a piece of this rye bread, and she's trying to she puts like a whole glob of butter on it, maybe to make it taste good. And she takes like a bite of it. She's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. So yeah, rye is just not something I like,
So there used to be a steakhouse chain around here, and I don't remember the name of it. And it was really weird because it was like decorated all medieval, and it was dark in there. It was weird, but you go in.
Talking about did they do like the night show with the jousting in front of you?
It wasn't like what is that medieval
times.
Yeah, it wasn't medieval times. This was a restaurant. And like I said, it was done in that motif and all on the inside, and it was like really dark. You almost had a naked dim light bulb over the table was all you had or something. It was crazy. But anyway, I remember it because they would bring fresh, warm rye bread to the table by the loaf. It was like a kind of a mini loaf, right? But it was good. With the butter and everything they had, and it was warm, and maybe it was just that in combination with the steak and the other stuff, but it was okay. I liked it.
Oh, snap. G23 says, Ghost, I have to thank you. The wife said she would pay for me getting training from Massad Ayub.
Cool.
Fuck you. That's awesome. Please let me know how that goes. That's like a bucket list for me. I would love to work with Massad Ayub. Unfortunately, he doesn't do many classes anymore. That's badass. That's awesome. Yeah, good for you. Buck says grandma's homemade rolls. Yeah, homemade rolls. I mean, can't really go wrong. I mean, you can try to mess up good homemade rolls, but you've got to really try to mess up homemade rolls. Now, Defense Dad says, try making. Oh, we got to. What do we want to bet, boys and girls? Let's take a call. I bet you it's Pat. Pat Hirsch. Yeah, here we go. Armed Citizen Podcast. Who's this?
Hey, Trey, this is Pat. How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Well, I got to do my weekly call-in now.
That's right.
It's
That's
most
right.
an automatic given by now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on, my man? Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you and Clover and everybody on the panel there tonight. No, actually, that's just what I was calling about tonight, was just to wish everybody out there a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Really didn't have too much to say tonight, really, except just enjoy time with your family over the holiday season, and stay warm and eat lots of food.
No, I agree.
I think that's not what it is getting bloated, isn't it?
You know, it's one of those things where Thanksgiving, like, when you think Thanksgiving, the first thing that comes to mind is food, obviously. But Christmas is just as good, because a lot of people do the same thing for Christmas and Thanksgiving with the food and all that. But what we're doing, we haven't really figured out the entire menu yet. But what we kind of do is everyone like picks their favorite dish of whatever. It could be like spaghetti, and then like tacos, and then whatever. And everyone got to choose like their favorite meal, and like, hey, we're gonna make it and have this like big potluck thing of whatever. Sometimes we go with the Thanksgiving style meal and all of that. Sometimes it's just whatever. Sometimes we'll do steaks, whatever. But that's the great thing about Christmas is food's better with family, right? And that's just the way it is. Food's a lot better with family.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And thankfully this year, my sister's coming up from Texas with her son this year, so we get to celebrate together this year. And yeah, she's always a hoot, and so's her son. So
awesome.
Yeah, and that's another great thing is Christmas versus Thanksgiving is kind of just a mishmash of like comfort food.
Yeah.
And kind of a free for all. And that's I actually like Christmas better in regards to food, actually just a tiny bit better than I do Thanksgiving, because there's even more variety. So
yeah,
that's what
I think the best thing about both of them, I think most people agree, is the leftovers. Because let's be honest, at least the Thanksgiving food, the traditional Thanksgiving style food, most of that is better the next day or 2 days later. All of the flavors soak in, and oh man, yeah, great stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. And yeah, you can make a lot of sandwiches out of a lot of different stuff.
Yes, you can.
For
yes,
sure.
You can.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, but no, I really didn't have too much to say tonight. Just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And yeah, if you're going to family, somebody's family or family coming over, just really relish the time with
Absolutely.
them, because you know we only have a finite amount of time on this planet, so just hold your loved
you
ones
only
tight.
get so many trips around the sun, you know.
Yep, that's right, and nobody knows the exact mileage. So
this is true.
So
anyway, and it got dark there.
Anyway, well, what's that?
It got dark there for a second.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's all good.
I'll pep it back up.
There you go. All right. Well, Merry Christmas, Pat. I really hope you guys, and especially with your sister and your nephew coming in, that's awesome. But yeah, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Yeah, same to you. Same to you, Clover. Same to the whole panel. Same to everybody out there in the comment section.
Merry Christmas.
Anyway, yep, you guys have a good night, and I'll be listening in, and I'm just sitting down here working on the bunker. So.
All right. Well, be safe, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Later, Trey.
All right. Bye.
All
right. All right. Real quick, $50 super chat from G23. Thank you, brother. She says, Christmas is upon us. Take time to remember the men and women who are not home with their families or friends because they are downrange. law enforcement and first responders are also away from their families. That's true. Yeah, so thank you. We don't encourage them. We're not going to ask one, but yeah, thank you very much, G23. G23 knows that the super chat money goes towards sending care packages downrange to our troops. So thank you very much. $50 super chat. That's awesome. Thank you, brother. Clover, were you in here when G23 said he's going to go train with Masad Ayub?
Yep.
Okay, man. Yeah, no, I love G23, but yeah, thank you so much, brother. Defense Dad says best turkey leftovers are turkey roll-ups, turkey, cream cheese, onions, soup mix wrapped in a crescent dough and baked, served with cheese sauce over the top. Damn, that does sound good. Like cheese, when he says like cheese mix, soup mix, what is the soup mix? You guys know what soup mix is?
Onion soup mix.
Yeah, onion soup mix. Yeah. Just go down the soup aisle, you'll find it. It's a powder. It's a seasoning that you just.
Oh, it's a seasoning. Okay, that's what I thought it was. Like it was little. Okay, that's what I thought it was, but I didn't know if I was like, missing something there. 223's out there. What's up, brother? And Rob says, wait a minute, I'm missing $50 out of his account. So yeah, might want to check with G23 about that. But yeah, that's awesome. Any movies? Let's go real quick. Favorite all-time Christmas movie, if you had to choose one, like from back in the day. Like, can you even think of like the one, if you had only could watch one Christmas movie for the rest of your life, what would it be, TJ?
Oh, geez, that's it for the rest of my life. That's tough.
It is tough.
Oh, God. It probably have to be Christmas Vacation.
I can't go wrong with that.
It makes me laugh every time. I've seen it 1,000 times. I'll still laugh.
Yeah. Well, I hear you. Clove, what about you? Do you have like that one? What is the best Christmas movie ever for you?
Die Hard, of course.
Well, the way that you gave your dissertation on, why it's a Christmas movie, yeah, I would say you've really studied that. So,
yeah.
All right, thank you, Pat. Pat, $10 super chat. Hold your loved ones tight and count your blessings. Everyone have a Merry Christmas. Stay safe and carry your weapon. There you go. I will say have a happy Hanukkah and all that to everyone. I have a happy Festivus to those of you that celebrate Festivus. It's gotten to the point where I hate people saying, and I'm not saying that if you're out there to say it, but like people feel like they have to say happy holidays because they don't want to offend anyone. Screw that. I can say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and not offend anybody. Some of the snowflakes, you can't say Merry Christmas. Bullshit, I can't. I just did.
Why? So I've had a bunch of experience with that, with saying Merry Christmas, and somebody say something different back to me. I mean, they're not offended, right? It's just I say Merry Christmas, and then they go Happy Hanukkah, and it's like, oh, they must be Jewish.
Yeah,
right?
And they get upset about it.
It's like nobody cares. Or even somebody will say Happy Holidays. They'll go Merry Christmas, and they'll go Happy Holidays, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Yeah, good with it. I don't know why people have to make such a big deal over stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know, but we have a bunch of Karens in this world right now, so I just don't. I never understood. You can't say that bullshit. I can't say that. What the hell you talking about? I can't say Merry Christmas.
I can say what I want.
Yeah, you must not know me.
All right.
I don't think too well to people telling me what I can't say.
I'm a giant. I usually don't worry about it. Speak my mind.
I am not a giant, so. At all, but it's all good. But I have fun.
Mario says Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, that's right. The Tactical Snowman's out there. Earlier he said, Merry Christmas, everybody. He said, if I know the person, I'll say happy whatever, but I usually say holidays if it's just in general. And I have no problem with that. But you don't do it in fear of upsetting people. You just do it in general because it's kind of the catch-all. But there are people that will say that because they're literally afraid to piss off someone or offend them by saying Merry Christmas. It's like, okay.
Yeah, a lot of the companies will have their employees do it just to that way they don't. It's more.
If you're in retail and all that, if it's a business, I get that.
Yeah.
I understand that because that's business. But if I'm walking down the street, hey, I'm going to say Happy Holidays. It's like, what?
So Defense Dad, what Defense Dad saying there?
Yeah.
He says just say Merry Christmas. He said if they get offended, follow it with a kiss my rear for good measure. He said unless you work retail like him, then it's Happy Holidays at work. So I owned a business for 2 decades, and we said Merry Christmas. And again, I never had anybody get upset. I had people that would come back with something other than Merry Christmas, but I never had anybody get upset. But if you work in retail and you have a boss, like I said, I owned a business for 2 decades, so I was the boss.
Right.
But if you've got a boss that mandates you say that, I guess you've got to say that, which sucks.
Well, let's just take like a Walmart, for instance. If you work at a Walmart, I think you have to, I think like if you work in the North somewhere or in a big city, no matter if it's in Dallas or New York, Chicago, if you work in a big city and there's going to be just a shit ton of people constantly, you probably need to, Happy Holidays. In the Walmart in my hometown, where there's, 10, 12,000 people that live here in rural Arkansas, you can probably say Merry Christmas and be pretty safe. Just saying. Yeah. But maybe it's because where you are, and it might be mandate from a headquarters if it's a national chain and all that. But it's one of those things. Feliz Navidad, Año Nuevo. There you go. See, in Japan, Christmas is obviously it's a big thing over there. But in Japan, and I would say most like China is probably the same way, but Japan especially, New Year's is the big holiday. That's the big celebration. It's New Year's, not necessarily Christmas. Right. So yeah, New Year's is the big one over in Japan for sure. Mario says in South Carolina, it's pretty much Merry Christmas. It's I take offense to this. He says we have a lot of man buns and skinny jeans at corporate, so we have to watch what we say.
Those are the ones that'll get you.
Man bun guys or those guys, man. I'll tell you, they're just
watch out for those guys.
Just a little weird. Just saying. Especially when they do like the samurai hair knot, on top of their head. Those things are weird people. Rob, living in New York. Rob says people yell at me for saying Happy Holidays. People, it's not to dismiss Christmas. It's not to cover New Year's too. It's to cover New Year's. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, once again, you're saying Happy Holidays not because you're in fear of upsetting someone. You're saying it as a general thing. And I never thought about the Happy Holidays. See, I always thought when people say Happy Holidays, it was to cover Christmas and Hanukkah. I never even thought about adding the New Year's into it as well. That makes sense, It makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, I have no problem people saying Happy Holidays as long as it's just, hey, that's what I say. But what gets me are the ones that say it because they're making that statement. I'm not going to offend anyone. I don't give a shit if I offend you. I've never had anyone that's been offended by me saying Merry Christmas.
There's been like very few times that somebody's, but I mean, I've had it happen. Like they come back like real snippy, like it's Happy Holidays. I'm like, whatever. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You still say Merry Christmas. It's one of those things where obviously we know that Yehuda is Jewish.
Yep.
But I would guarantee you.
What? Wait, what?
I know. I'm just saying, in case y'all weren't wondering, the Pew Pew Jew is Jewish. Just saying. I thought it was just a name.
I'm today's years old, or today's year.
Kwanzaa. Yeah, people said you're forgetting Kwanzaa. Yeah, not really, but no, it's just one of those where if I was to make a statement and I slip, obviously knowing that Yehuda is Jewish, I wouldn't do it on purpose to say, "Hey, Merry Christmas" to him instead of Happy Hanukkah. It's not like Yehuda is going to fly off the rails and just, to me, the people that get upset about that stuff aren't even affected by it. You know what I'm saying? Like someone saying it's you can't say Merry Christmas, you got to say Happy Holidays. Are you Jewish? Am I offending you? Well, no, I'm not Jewish. Then who gives a damn? I'm not affecting you. It's the people that actually are Jewish. I don't think, unless you're doing it for a reason. Like I said, if we were to say, hey, happy Merry Christmas, Yehuda. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. He'd be like, yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah as well. Like he'd make a joke about it,
Oh, yeah.
He would tell us Merry Christmas. And, oh, by the way, Happy Hanukkah also. That's how you would do it, probably. Smeggy says in Germany they take off from Christmas to New Year's. I've been working with a German company the past month, and everyone is basically dead until January. They take holidays seriously. That would be great. That just really, what are you going to do for that whole week? No one does anything that whole week.
That's
why I feel unmotivated.
There's a lot of big companies that shut down Christmas through Christmas.
My dad's did.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
not uncommon. It's been that way for many, many years. Not uncommon.
Yeah. I think it's good for the employees. I mean, especially this time of year. Like give them a couple weeks off. Like here, have some time off. I mean, you're not going to be productive
without having to take vacation.
School anyways.
Yeah, take those 5 days off or that week off between without having to burn vacation days. It's free.
Yep. Yeah, it's good for morale.
Yep, absolutely.
Everybody comes back refreshed, good to go.
Smeggy says, I'm not expecting any emails back for the next 2 weeks. So YouTube takes 3 fucking weeks off. Yep. So just saying.
20 something days. Roughly.
Yeah, from the 17th to like the 6th or 7th of January or something like that.
The 4th
or something like that. Yeah. G23 says he's on vacation since December 16th and go back on January 3rd.
That's basically YouTube, but I think they went from the 17th to the 4th.
Yep. Yeah. And they 223 says I'm off from Christmas Eve till New Year's here working for Bass Pro. Sweet. I just found out today, usually we're closed at my job on Christmas Day. I just found out today that the hotel and the restaurant, the resort side of the facility, they're going to be closed the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I said, well, hell, if they're going to be closed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm being closed too. So I'm going to get a 3-day weekend for the first time. And I literally don't remember when.
So I said it back at Thanksgiving. I noticed more places closing on Thanksgiving than typically have in the past. Mm-hmm. And I think we're going to see that continue for Christmas as well. And I got to wonder, it's really weird. I mean, maybe the forced shutdowns made people realize that closing wasn't the end of the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of these companies and these businesses also, if you're doing retail stuff, probably have an online store. So even though if your brick and mortar shop, the actual site is closed, people can probably still go and buy stuff online if they wanted to. So, but yeah, I think it changed a lot of things in business models, and we won't notice it for the next few years, but I think you're going to see, we already are seeing companies realizing for the first time that we can actually trust our employees to do work from home. So they're going to scale down from having 1,000 employees in an office building to having 300 employees. They can scale back on building costs and have people, hey, I want you to come in for a couple days a week, maybe, or once a month for a week or whatever, or not come in at all in the office. But I think that they realize that they can actually trust employees to get stuff done from at work. You're seeing a lot of restaurants in the last couple of years that never offer takeout or delivery all of a sudden realize we make just as much money with delivery as we do in-house. So even though their restaurants are back open, they're still doing delivery and takeout that they never did before. So I think that there are some positives to the cough from a business model sense. I think that people's business models will be changing over the next few years, which will be interesting. And I think you're right, Clover. Excuse me. They realize that closing a day or two here and there for certain things ultimately does not really affect the bottom line as much as they thought. So, yeah, absolutely.
Plus, a lot of you think about it, a lot of manufacturers, if they did have shutdowns back in the, the early thing, they've been going balls to the wall since then. So they're probably, like, listen, we've been having overtimes, working weekends. Let's give everybody a break.
Exactly.
We're probably close to caught up by now.
Yeah. And I think what they're finding is the people who, I'll come back to this one here in a minute. It's a great question, by the way. We can get into this. But I think the people that have been working from home the last year and a half or whatever, they probably start out going, this is great. I can work from in my pajamas or whatever. I could go on vacation and still be able to work from my laptop, doing meetings and when I needed to or whatever. And I think they realize over time, yeah, working at home after a while probably sucks. Like sometimes you just want to go to work to get away from everything sometimes. So yeah, I think that exactly. I understand. She's not around. So yeah. No. Anyone expecting guns for gifts? Anyone expecting guns for gifts? No.
I'm giving one.
Same.
Not getting it.
Unless I buy it for myself, which is possible. I'm eyeballing one.
I'm eyeballing several right now. Unfortunately, but I am giving one. So yeah, giving one. I don't want to say too much. I don't know if they're out there or not. So I'm going to not say what I'm giving. Anyways, all right. Been going for an hour. These have been going for an hour and 50 minutes. Holy shit. Okay. I'm going to, before I give my little spiel, TJ, I want to give you some time to talk about maybe some reviews that you've got coming out. Anything coming up that you want to talk about with Gear Report real quick? Go for it.
Yeah, I've got the, I think Jeff just published the RMT Nomad trigger, which I love that little thing. I've got the.
It's cool looking. It actually is a cool looking trigger, you know.
It works for it. I mean, well, like I let my son shoot it, and then I would grab it and just move. I wouldn't set the trigger. I just leave it loose, and I would just grab it and slide it over to where perfect is where I want it. And then I'd give it back to him. He'd slide it to where he wanted it. I mean, it worked perfect every time.
It's crazy.
Then I got the Taurus Raging Hunter 454 getting ready to be.
Oh, you finally got that done, you think?
What's that?
You got that finished up almost?
Pretty close.
You said you were pretty close, so you had a few more things.
It's tough finding ammo for it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Pricey, little pricey right now. And the Diamondback, the old Sidekick, got that one coming up. So that's been fun. That's probably the cheapest one I've worked on. Yep.
You got anything coming on the line, or are you kind of done until we go to shot and resupply?
Trying to think. I think that's we got the
that's crazy.
Wolfpack Army just sent me something, so I've got an AR coming from them. So that should be here.
Are you going to do that before shot, or are you going to wait till after shot?
I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get it done before shot.
Because
I've got plenty. I've got plenty of 5.56.
Have the whole cycle starts over again. You know.
I know. I've got plenty of 5.56. I've got a couple optics lying around, so I can throw an optic on it and hit the frog bones and just I'm just going to light it up. Just sit there. Everybody's going to get tired of me down at the rifle range. They're going to be like, "What is he doing over there? He's just like pissing away ammo." Yep, that's what we do.
This is pretty cool.
So
first of all, Matt out there, $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. So got my dad a Savoy 1911 holster with his old Marine helicopter squadron patch on it. It's an eagle attacking with lightning bolts. That's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome, man. That's a cool gift right there. That's something that he'll always remember. That's awesome. Thanks for the super chat, but that's a cool gift right there. Yeah, well, we'll be seeing you here in a few weeks, my man. It's only been about a month or so since we saw each other last, but we'll be seeing you again here in a few weeks. Can't wait. Cannot.
Oh, I'm excited about SHOT Show.
Shot. Yeah. 223 DMR says, Ghost, I ordered the Monstrum G3 6-24 by 50. It was hard to choose between that and the Athlon. Yeah, I get it. I work with and own multiple Athlons and Monstrum stuff. They're both great companies. They're both incredible quality for the value price you're getting. You can't go wrong with Monstrum or Athlon. I really, truly believe that there are the Monstrums, the Athlons, the Swamp Fox, the Bushnells. You're talking about companies that are going to give you quality optics for a really reasonable, fair price. And so I will never say anything bad about any of those companies. I've got them all. I like all of them. They all are great companies, great people, but the product is great. So the 6x24 to 5x50. So that's what this is. Mine's the Athlon. That's a monstrum right there. The LPVO and the battle. That's a monstrum. I love it. So awesome. Congratulations. Let me know how that goes, 223. I want to see what you think about that one, because I have not shot anything with the monstrum 6x24x50. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, how the glass quality is and all that. But yeah, awesome. Clove, I know you don't do shit, so I mean, is it worth me asking, like, some of your projects upcoming or anything? I mean, do you have anything going on?
Not really, of course.
Okay.
There's all kinds of things going on.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you dropped a video earlier today.
Yeah, top 5 shotgun video. It's out. Go check that out if you want. May surprise you. I put a little poll out, and I don't know what the poll was. I asked what people thought the best-selling pump shotgun of 2021 was, and I think they got it right in the poll, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it was a little surprising. I've got a lot of folks that have commented that they thought they would be more Turkish shotguns. Well, one of them on that list is, at least one that I know of, is a Turkish shotgun. Keep this in mind, folks. A lot of shotguns, even
are made in Turkey. Yes,
name brand shotguns are made in Turkey. So yeah, spoiler all that. And then we've got the reading of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, as well as the Jingle Bell Pop. 8 Eastern Christmas Eve is what that is scheduled. So jump over on the channel, set the reminders, join us for the premiere on that. We'll do some chatting. And yeah, I've got other things covered. I've got one here that I think you and TJ both know what it is, but I can't talk about it. It's embargoed until SHOT Show. But I do have something here. I did do a what's in the box drop for people the other day. I can say it's from Heritage. But yeah, we'll get to release that during SHOT Show week. And until then, playing around with it. Got the Sidekick like TJ has, playing around with it. Still got some more stuff to do with the Mossberg Snow Goose. Waiting on a few other ones, and we'll see what happens between now and SHOT Show.
I can't hit anything with that Sidekick.
Single action, double action, or both?
Both.
So
I have issues with the same color sights.
I have issues with. I love single action revolvers. I love the nostalgia. I love the action. I love all of that. I hate.
Nashville's revolver talk.
I've never been proficient with the gutter, the big front blade, and the gutter rear sight. I've never been proficient with that.
Yep.
I love them. Just.
It's fun to shoot. I'll shoot it, bring the target back. All right, that's where I was aiming. That's where I hit.
Well, I'm just gonna shoot as a big piece of steel. I think that's how I'm gonna solve that problem.
He's got like an 18x24 steel.
Right.
Well, yeah, that'd be easier. Yeah.
Yeah, had like 10 yards. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? I mean, I'm getting better with it. I know like approximately where it is, but yeah, with my eyes and the same color sights, I can't. I mean, I'm close, but there's no way.
Well, with those gutter sights, there's no triangulation. You know what I mean? I mean, with it like a 3-dot system or the cup and ball, like on the Glock, or any type of sights like that. When you've got that big front blade, you don't level it with the rear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't level, and so you got to figure out how far up that front sight has to be, and it's crazy with that.
I'm getting it. I'm getting closer. Like I said, I've got about almost at 1,000 rounds.
Right.
I'm getting tired.
Really?
My thumb. I'm starting to get a little mark on my thumb from putting the shells in there. Yep. I'm getting it. I'm getting closer. Like I said.
Whoa! What the hell was that?
It was like a time warp. That was weird.
That was weird. Yeah. Okay.
He was talking, but his mouth wasn't moving.
Yeah, that was just strange to me. I was like, I heard it, and I was like, I don't know. But yeah, oh wow. So first of all, thanks to G-Webs for taking care of that. But he said it's interesting. He said all the live chats just got hit right then by the same like spam. China, man, I'm telling you.
Somebody has hacked through StreamYard somehow.
Somehow, yep. All right. Well, as far as us, we had a video come out over the weekend, which is a little bit different. It was the top 5 best-selling handguns, and that was compiled from Gunbroker and Gun Genius and Guns.com and a couple other sites.
Yeah.
That was the best-selling, not the best firearm of 2021, the best-selling. And it is interesting. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. If not, I'm going to tell you. You know, it's so funny that people talk about Glock this and Glock that. Glock 19 is still the best-selling handgun in America of 2021. You know, 33 years later, it's hard to beat the Glock 19. And the Glock 43X was in second. So the top 2 spaces for all the Glock haters out there, Glock pulled up the first 2 slots. And I think number 5 was the P365. The Shield was in there somewhere. And maybe was it the Springfield? Was it 1911 or what was it? Maybe a Taurus? I don't remember. I don't know. I remember the
it was a
fifth one.
Sky.
Yeah.
Had to be a Sky.
It had to have been the Sky and the Caracals were definitely the top 2 best selling for sure.
Had to be.
Yeah. Oh no, it was the Hellcat. The Hellcat was one of those. I think the Hellcat was number 4. The Shield was 3, or those might have been flipped. And then the top 2 were Glock. But yeah, it's interesting. The Glock 19 after all these years are still the big dog as far as sales go. Pretty interesting. This weekend we've got one video coming out that is our choices for the top 5 guns that were new in 2021. Might have some interesting ones in there that you wouldn't expect, especially from my channel. You might not expect coming out of that, but it is what it is. And then we've got a couple of us coming out in the next couple of weeks, then gearing up for SHOT and all that. So, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and Festivus and whatever you choose to celebrate or not celebrate. More importantly, whatever it is that you're doing, I hope that you are getting time to spend with your family, your friends, cherish them, hug them, give them a kiss, tell them you love them. It's just one of those things where that's, for me, that's the most important thing about Christmas. I enjoy, like I said, the atmosphere. And Christmas, people seem to just be nicer during the whole holiday season, and I enjoy that. I do get a little sappy. I do get a little, I'm not Clark Griswold yet, but I can see myself in the next 10 years being more Clark Griswold-ish with all the sentimental sappy stuff and all of that. But oh boy, Ghost is going to make me sick. It's unfortunate many people have no originality. Homie, I was the first one to do these top lists. If people used to chastise me a couple 3 years ago when I started doing my top 5s. Well, that's just stupid. Now everybody's doing OG right here. So OG.
Here's the thing. Is everybody's list is different though. It's going to be different.
It is.
So it's people. You focus too much on, he's doing a top list, rather than to realize that's a delivery mechanism. That's a package in which you put the content. That's all it is.
Yep, no doubt. And like I said, I mean, Clover and TJ and I could all put out on the same day the same 5-minute top 5 best guns of 2021 videos. I guarantee you ours aren't going to be anywhere. We might not even have any of the same guns on any 3 of the videos that match.
I can almost promise you neither one of you would have mine. I
guarantee we wouldn't. I might. You never know.
You might have a couple, TJ, but there's no way, Ghost. Ghost matches one up. There's no way.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Me and Clover, ain't no way in hell we match anything. Yeah. TJ and I would have a better chance of having some matches. But yeah, there's no way in hell that Clover and I would have anything matching on ours. No way. No way. But yeah, so I tell you, one of the videos I've got coming out early January is it's in the top 5, but it's the top 5 guns I'm looking forward to shooting at range day at SHOT Show or seeing at SHOT Show. I'm hoping that they'll be at range day. But you know what? I'm really looking forward to shooting the shotgun from Smith & Wesson if they've got the barrel cracking fixed. I'm not really wanting to shoot that if they haven't fixed that. That shotgun looks badass to me. And I want to shoot the 10 millimeter from Smith & Wesson. But if you guys remember, in 2020, Smith & Wesson wasn't even at range day. Yeah. So I'm hoping they're going to be there this year.
Yeah, I haven't seen a list. I haven't seen a list for range day.
I don't think I've looked at the list. I know, like I said, I know Diamondback's going to be at range day. They're not going to have a table this year.
Right.
Or a booth.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's the only one I know because that's the only one I've talked about or talked to.
Well, I know that Black Rain's going to be there. I know that's
Central will be there.
Silencer Central will be there. I know that Swagger's going to be there. I'm not sure if they're going to do like they did a few years ago, like incorporated with another company with their bipods. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, they probably will. I was guessing.
Yeah. I know Athlon's going to be there. Once again, I think Athlon might be, they might have their own booth, but
as long as Chris Vector is there, I'm happy.
I got to go get my yearly 6-round burst in 0.3 seconds of the Vector,
I got to go get my full auto Vector fix. I got to.
I'll say this. If you've never shot a Chris Vector full auto, you need to, because it's the fastest I've ever shot.
It's faster. It's faster than one round in any other firearm, even if you put it on super slow-mo.
Right. Yeah. For sure. But yeah, gotta have my yearly, and I think they give you 9 rounds. I think it's is it 6 or 9 they give you? It might be 6. It's either 6 or 9, but it's like, and it's over. You're like,
done.
Yeah.
And you don't ask for a second magazine. It ain't gonna happen, folks. Ain't gonna, especially not this year. I guarantee it. Especially not this year. You might get 3 this year and like it.
Yeah, be it. Like full auto. Nah.
It's going to be interesting to see how many of the boos this year at range day give you like 1 or 2 shots and that's it. Like, pow, pow,
yeah, I don't know. I went to Shooting Sports Showcase, and this was back in like March.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, that was for the amount of media that was there, that was a pretty booth heavy place. Right. And they were literally, they had stacks and stacks of ammo, and, you would shoot and do your video, and they were like, you want to shoot some more? And I'm like, well, I didn't. And they're like, we don't care. Help us go through this ammo. And like, we just got to take it back if we don't shoot it all, That was their attitude. And we're talking about in March. Maybe that has gotten worse, but.
And that's when the ammo prices were at their absolute worst back then.
They didn't care. It was pretty awesome. I'm like, are you serious? And so I would burn another, I might have burned, 20 rounds or something like that, filming at the booth. And I turn around and burn through a whole other box, 50 rounds. TJ was talking about the 454 or the 460, the 460 Taurus, right?
Yeah.
So I shot that one, and I bet I shot at least 3 or 4 cylinders worth through it. At least
a lot more people going to be at range day than were at that one. Though.
Yeah.
This is true.
Ammo was flowing at the. I was at the Primary Optics range day in Houston.
Yeah,
and they weren't scared. They're like, whatever, full mags. Here you go.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's the way it's going to be. It's going to be interesting to see. There will be some companies that might be smaller companies that are going to be like, hey, here's 3. Sorry, You'll find out who had good years the last couple of years with sales.
Right.
You're going to find out who had good years, which they all had probably pretty good years if they were already around.
I assume so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those where I just, I say at the time, it's my favorite week of the year. Cannot wait. I need SHOT Show right now. Really need to I need to get back to SHOT. It's been 2 years. I haven't gone to, aside from Tulsa, I haven't gone to any other events since SHOT Show of 2020. So it's been 2 full years basically since I've seen a lot of these companies, and
Yeah, I've been
looking forward to
quite a
it.
few, but it's still it's not as big. It's not the same as, I mean, it's not the atmosphere of SHOT.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for coming in. If you've watched live, awesome. Thank you, guys. I hope everybody out there has a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, whatever. Like I said, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends. Remember that there are people that could not come home for Christmas, to keep them in your thoughts. There are people that are alone for Christmas this year. Keep them in your thoughts as well. So yeah, we guys will see you next week, and we'll probably do something next week, kind of like a year-end review type thing, with different guns, different things, what we've done, what we shot this year, what, all that fun stuff, more gun stuff than anything, but we'll do kind of a year in review next week as well. But guys, like I said, be safe out there. Merry Christmas. Semper Fi.